Okay, so I never thought I'd be the guy coming to the internet for advice about wedding stuff, but here I am. I genuinely don't know if I'm overreacting or if my fiancée has completely lost the plot. We've been together for 4 years. Things have been normal. Good, even. We've never had a big drama moment. We communicate well. We rarely fight. It's honestly been one of the healthiest relationships I've ever been in. Which is why this situation feels like a slap in the face. So, we recently started planning our wedding. Nothing crazy, just talking about basic stuff like venue, outfits, who's walking with who, all that. She's not close to her dad, so I assumed she'd walk alone or with her mom. I asked her, casually, "Do you want your mom to walk you down the aisle?" She hesitated. Like, really hesitated. Then she said, "I actually want someone else to do it." I swear on my life, I was thinking maybe an uncle or a cousin or some sentimental family friend. But she said her ex's name. I literally laughed because I thought she was joking. Who wouldn't? But she looked at me dead serious. She said her ex was there for her when nobody else was, and he supported her through her darkest times. She said he basically helped raise her emotionally when her home life was a mess. I mean, what do you even say to that? I told her straight up it made me uncomfortable. Like obviously. Who asks their ex to walk them down the aisle at their wedding? It's bizarre. But she got super defensive and said I didn't understand her past and I was being insecure. I don't think I'm insecure. I think I'm reacting normally to something weird. She told me it wasn't romantic. She said it was more about what he represented, some kind of emotional stability when she didn't have any at home. I get having a complicated past. I get being grateful to someone who helped you. But asking him to walk you down the aisle? That's not a small thing. That's not a random role. That's literally the moment everyone looks at you before you get married. It just feels wrong. I tried talking to her about it again the next day, but it honestly just made things worse. She kept saying I was making it into something it wasn't. She said I was being dramatic. She said wedding traditions are stupid anyway, so it shouldn't matter who walks her. If it doesn't matter, why choose him? I asked her if she'd be okay with me having one of my exes involved in the wedding, even in a small way. She immediately said, "That's completely different." No explanation. Just different. Honestly, that annoyed me. Then she told me how her ex taught her how to love herself. That he kept her sane. That he was the first person who made her feel safe. Each sentence made me feel smaller and smaller. I didn't show it, but it hurt. A lot. I told her, "I thought I'm the person who makes you feel safe now." She said, "You are. But that doesn't erase what he did back then." It sounded like she was more emotionally bonded to her past than our future. I also found out she still talks to him sometimes. Just light conversations, but still. I knew about it, but I never worried because it seemed harmless. Now I'm questioning everything. The worst part was when she said I was ruining her vision of the ceremony. Like, my boundary is ruining her wedding, but her idea of letting her ex escort her is totally fine. I told her it felt like she was dragging her past into the future with us. She said I was judging her. Then she said, "If this bothers you so much, maybe we're not as compatible as I thought." That sentence has been stuck in my head. If I had said something like that to her, she would have cried or accused me of being manipulative. But she said it so casually, like it didn't mean anything. The last few days have been awful. She's cold. Distant. Barely talking. Whenever I try to bring it up, she shuts down or says, "I don't want to fight." I asked my sister what she thought. She made the same face I made when I first heard it, pure confusion. My friends think it's insane. Even my normally chill friend said, "Bro, no. Just no." And I don't think it's a jealousy thing. I'm not worried she's going to run back to him. It's more like, Why does he still hold such an important place in her heart that she wants him to be part of one of the most meaningful moments of her life? She hasn't even asked him yet. She said she doesn't want to deal with my reaction again, which honestly makes me feel like she knows it's crossing a line. If she thinks telling him will cause drama, doesn't that mean there is something weird about it? Look, I love her. I really do. I want to marry her. But I can't shake this heavy feeling that this isn't normal. That I'm being asked to be okay with something almost nobody would be okay with. Walking down the aisle is symbolic. Even if you remove the tradition and meaning, it's still emotional. Still intimate. Still important. So why does she want him there? Why does she want her ex to literally escort her toward the future we're supposed to build together? It makes me feel like I'm sharing space in her heart with someone who shouldn't still be there. So yeah, am I wrong for telling my fiancée I'm not okay with her ex walking her down the aisle? Because right now I feel like either I accept something that feels deeply uncomfortable, or I lose her over a boundary that I thought made perfect sense. I don't know what the right answer is anymore. Alright, here's my take on this. Honestly, this situation is complicated. I can understand wanting to acknowledge someone who supported you during a difficult time. People shape us, and sometimes the past does leave a mark. But there's also a line, and asking an ex to walk you down the aisle definitely crosses into uncomfortable territory. A wedding is supposed to be about the future you're stepping into, not the past you're bringing with you. But that's just my perspective. What do you think? Would this be a deal breaker for you, or do you see where she's coming from? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to check out the other videos on the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.